Are you truly living, or just getting through the day? Turning 70 or 75 doesn't mean your best days are behind you. In fact, for many people it's a whole new chapter. A chance to slow down, yes, but also to notice the little things that make life meaningful. Because the truth is, living fully at this age isn't about running marathons or chasing big dreams. It's about recognizing the quiet, powerful signs that you're still growing, still connected, still thriving. You may not realize it, but some of the smallest habits you already have can be proof that you're not just aging, you're living well. And if you're nodding along, thinking, I do that, then you'll want to stick with me. In this video, we'll talk about 6 of those signs. Real, everyday things that might seem ordinary, but are actually signs of strength, sharpness, and joy. And here's something small you can do right now. If you already feel like your life has purpose, or if you're working on finding it, leave a comment below and just write, I'm still growing. Let's see how many of us are on this journey together. Now, let's talk about the first powerful sign that you're doing better than you think. Climbing stairs without stopping. Now tell me honestly, when was the last time you walked up a set of stairs and didn't even think twice about it? Maybe just last week? Yesterday? If so, do you realize what a huge sign that is? At this stage in life, being able to climb stairs without stopping isn't just about movement. It's about independence. It means your heart is still strong. Your lungs are still doing their job. Your muscles are still holding you up. You're not just getting by, you're doing better than you probably give yourself credit for. Here's what many people don't realize. The ability to climb stairs is actually a pretty powerful predictor of long-term health. A European study found that older adults who could go up 3 flights in under 90 seconds had a much lower risk of heart disease over the next 10 years. Isn't that something? No fancy machines, no gym memberships, just good old-fashioned stairs. And sure, it's easy to skip the stairs. We all do it. Elevators are tempting, especially when the knees ache or the energy's low. But every time you choose to climb, even just a few steps, you're telling your body, I'm still in charge. And here's the best part. It builds on itself. The more you move, the more your body responds. You stay strong, steady, and confident. That feeling when you reach the top, without gasping or grabbing the railing, that's not just physical ability. That's freedom. That's proof that your age doesn't define your limits. So the next time the elevator's broken, or even when it's working, take the stairs. Even if it's slow, even if it's just 1 flight, that small choice is a quiet act of strength. And don't be surprised if it leaves you standing a little taller for the rest of the day. 2. Remembering what you ate yesterday. Now this might seem like a small thing, something not even worth thinking about. But it actually tells us a lot more than you might imagine. If you're able to recall what you ate yesterday, whether it was a home-cooked meal, something light, or even just a snack, that's a quiet but powerful sign that your mind is still sharp, present, and engaged with the world around you. Think about it. Memory is more than just remembering facts or people's names. It's about being aware. It's about connection. When you can say, I had a turkey sandwich with a little salad, or I treated myself to a slice of apple pie, you're doing something important. You're telling your brain, I'm still here. I still notice. I still care. It's no secret that as we grow older, memory becomes something we worry about. We hear stories about forgetfulness, about confusion. Maybe we've seen friends or even loved ones go through it. So when you can remember a simple detail like yesterday's meal, don't brush that off. That's a victory. That's your brain showing up and saying, I'm still strong. And there's more to it. When you remember what you ate, it often means you're living with intention. You're not just eating whatever, whenever. You're aware of your choices. And those choices, especially if they include brain-healthy foods like blueberries, leafy greens, walnuts, or fish, make a difference. They feed not just your body, but your mind. Let's be honest, food is memory. How many moments in life are tied to something we shared around the table? A favorite dish from your youth, a recipe passed down, a cup of tea that warmed your soul. When you recall a meal, you're also recalling a feeling, a rhythm of life, a part of you. So if today you can look back and remember what you ate yesterday, pause and be proud. That's not just a small memory. It's a reminder that your brain is still engaged, still working beautifully. And in a world where so many worry about losing that part of themselves, you're proving that it's still right there with you. Steady, alive, and holding on. 3. Standing on one leg for 10 seconds. It sounds almost silly, doesn't it? Like something a child would do on a playground. But if you're 70 or older and you can balance on one leg for just 10 seconds, that's no small thing. That's your body quietly telling you, I'm still strong. I still have control. Balance is one of those things we often take for granted when we're younger. We move, we twist, we reach, no problem. But as the years go by, balance becomes more important than ever. Protects you from falls. It keeps you steady when you're walking outside, getting out of bed, even climbing into the bathtub. It's one of the clearest signs that your muscles, nerves, and brain are still working together in harmony. You might not think about it much, but the simple act of lifting one foot off the ground and holding it there takes real strength, from your legs, your core, and your focus. When you do it, even just for 10 seconds, you're showing that you haven't lost that connection with your body. You're still in tune, still capable. There was a study, not some fluff piece but real science, that found older adults who could balance on one leg for 10 seconds had a much lower risk of health issues in the years ahead. Think about that. No medication, no equipment, just a small movement that says so much about your overall health. So here's what I'd say, try it. Right now, if you're able, stand near a chair or a wall if you need support, lift one leg, and count to 10. Don't rush. Just breathe, focus, and feel what your body is telling you. And if you make it to 10, celebrate that. Seriously, that's strength. That's coordination. That's you, still standing tall when life expects you to slow down. And even if you wobble a little, even if you can only do 5 seconds today, that's okay. You're trying. You're still engaging. And the more you practice, the more your balance improves, just like anything else in life. So next time you catch yourself standing strong like that, know that it's more than just a physical trick. It's proof. Proof that you're still in control, still steady, and still moving forward one step and one strong leg at a time. 4. A heartfelt laugh, the most precious medicine. When was the last time you laughed so hard your eyes watered and your stomach hurt? Not from pain, but from joy. If you can still laugh like that at 70 or beyond, my friend, you've held on to one of life's greatest treasures. Laughter isn't just about something being funny. It's a sign that you're still open to joy, that your heart hasn't hardened, that your spirit, even after all the ups and downs, hasn't forgotten how to feel light. That's something not everyone can say. We often talk about exercise, eating right, keeping our brains active, and yes, all of that matters. But let's not forget that a good, real laugh is just as powerful. It lowers your stress, helps your immune system, even eases pain. And it doesn't cost a thing. It just comes from the heart. Maybe it's the way your grandchild tells a story. Maybe it's a funny memory with an old friend. Maybe you catch yourself laughing at something you did, like forgetting why you walked into the room again. That kind of humor, that lightness, means you're still living, not just getting through the day. And you know what else? Laughter brings people together. It builds connection. It makes moments feel real. In a world where so many people your age feel lonely or isolated, the ability to laugh, with others or even by yourself, keeps your soul company. I once knew a woman who, even in her toughest days, would crack jokes that had the whole room laughing. She used to say, "If I can still laugh, then the day hasn't beaten me yet." And she was right. Her laughter didn't just brighten the room. It reminded everyone that hope and humor go hand in hand. So if you're still finding reasons to laugh, hold on to that. Cherish it. Because that laughter, that's your medicine. That's your spark. That's you, refusing to let age take away your joy. 5. Maintaining meaningful relationships. You know, one thing that many people don't talk about enough is how much staying connected with others really affects how we feel inside, especially as we get older. It's not just about having people around you, but about having meaningful relationships. The kind where you feel understood, where you laugh together, and where you can be yourself without any judgment. Sometimes I know it gets tough. Maybe your friends have moved away, or family is busy with their own lives, or health problems keep you from getting out like you used to. It's natural to feel lonely at times, and that loneliness can sneak up on you, making days feel long and quiet in a way that's hard to shake off. But here's the thing, loneliness doesn't just make you feel sad. It can actually hurt your health. Studies have shown that people who feel isolated are more likely to get sick or feel stressed. So, it's really important to fight that feeling by keeping in touch with the people who matter. Even a simple phone call can brighten your day. Maybe you call an old friend you haven't talked to in a while, or set up a coffee date with a neighbor. You don't have to do something big or fancy. Just spending a little time with others can make a huge difference. Think about the birthdays, the little celebrations, the stories you share. Those moments remind you that you're part of something bigger, that your life still matters deeply to others. If you feel like you're alone right now, try to take that first step, even if it's hard. Sometimes just saying hello can open a door. Joining a group or a class can be a great way to meet new people who share your interests. Remember, you're not alone in feeling this way, and it's never too late to build connections that bring joy and comfort. So why not today? Pick up the phone, send a message, or invite someone over for tea. You deserve those moments of warmth and friendship, and trust me, it will make you feel more alive than you might expect. 6. Cooking for yourself. Finding joy and independence in the kitchen. Cooking might seem like a small thing, but it's actually a powerful way to stay independent and feel good about yourself. When you prepare your own meals, you're not just filling your stomach. You're taking charge of your health, your taste buds, and your daily routine. Plus, there's something truly satisfying about chopping vegetables, smelling the aromas of fresh herbs, and hearing the sizzle as food cooks on the stove. It can bring back memories, too. Maybe a favorite recipe from years ago, or a dish you loved sharing with family. Sometimes people think cooking gets harder as we get older, maybe because of aches or not having the energy we used to. But cooking doesn't have to be complicated or exhausting. Simple recipes, little shortcuts, or even cooking just one dish at a time can keep it enjoyable. And you know what? Putting on some music while you cook, maybe something that makes you tap your foot or sing along, can turn the kitchen into a happy place. Cooking for yourself means you can choose what you eat, which is so important for staying healthy. You can add the flavors you love, try new foods, or even make a favorite comfort meal. It's a way to celebrate yourself, your tastes, and your well-being. And if you want, you can invite someone over to share the meal, turning it into a lovely social moment. Remember, being able to cook, even just a little, is a sign of strength and independence. It shows you're still in control of your life and your choices. So next time you feel like skipping a meal or grabbing something quick, try to spend a little time making something for yourself. It might surprise you how much joy it brings. If you've seen yourself in even one of these signs we've talked about, take a deep breath and feel proud. This isn't about getting old and slowing down. It's about recognizing the changes that come with time and learning how to live fully despite them. Every ache, every memory slip, every quiet moment is part of your unique journey, and it shows that you're still here, still growing, still flourishing in your own way. Aging isn't a sign of fading away. It's a testament to the years you've lived, the wisdom you've gathered, and the strength you carry inside. You've faced challenges and victories, lost some things and gained others, like new perspectives, more patience, and a deeper appreciation for the little joys. This is your time to shine, in ways you might not have expected before. It's okay to admit when things feel tough or lonely, many of us do. But it's also important to remember that you're not alone. There's a whole community of people who understand what you're going through, who want to share stories, laughs, and support. And every step you take to care for yourself, to stay connected, and to find joy is a victory worth celebrating. So don't just accept getting older as something negative. Embrace it as a new chapter, one filled with potential, meaning, and the chance to keep making memories that matter. You are not just surviving, you are truly flourishing. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these signs or moments did you relate to the most? Drop a comment below and let us know. Your story matters, and it could inspire someone else who's watching. And if this message touched you or made you feel a little more understood today, please like this video and subscribe for more content that celebrates the beauty, strength, and joy of life after 70. Remember, getting older doesn't mean slowing down. It means living smarter, loving deeper, and embracing every day with hope. Let's keep this conversation going, together.